And we're live at Youth Arc. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right today. How are you going?
I'm good. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. We're doing a live broadcast right now. I've got Kyle across from me. We'll talk more about Kyle shortly. I better introduce why we're here, though. Why are we here, actually, Kyle?
Well, here we're today for the Youth Arc Market, and then after that we're doing YArc Live, which is a live event playing music, and that is all for Youth Week, which is happening this week to celebrate Hobart's youth.
Yeah, so it's Youth Week. It's been happening all week. This week has been Youth Week, so we're at the end of Youth Week, really. So we're doing a big outside broadcast. There's a big youth market happening. What's it? YArc Fest? YArc Market?
It's Youth Market and
Youth
YArc
Market.
Fest.
YArc Fest. And so, yeah, we're going to be here until 4 o'clock. So, well, I'm going to be here until 4 o'clock. I think you have duties to do, Kyle, later on.
I am here.
But we're here, we're going to be doing things, we're going to be chatting. Hopefully we can get some stall holders to come and talk about their products. We've got, hopefully we'll have a chat with Daniel from Working It Out and some Headspace people. And we're just here to talk about it. The market ends at 5 o'clock, isn't it?
5
Yes,
o'clock,
5
everyone
o'clock.
get out.
Someone's already had enough of it. No. So, yeah, that's what we'll be doing now. But kind of before we go into another song, Kyle, why is something like the youth market important, do you think? Why is this kind of event?
Well, in Hobart, the youth makes up a lot of the population, and it's really nice to have these open spaces for everyone to come into and know that you are celebrated as a member, celebrate diversity, and, you know, Hobart's youth is going to be the next generation. We love to have big events like this and celebrate us all.
Yeah, great answer. Thank you very much. On that note, let's go into a song. Where did all my songs go? There they are. All right, we're going to go into Pressure by Florentino featuring Shy Girl. And we'll come back shortly, and Kyle's going to talk a bit more about Youth Arc and Youth Advisory Squad, which you're a part of, right?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Let's go. You just listened to Good Grief by Teddy. My name is Corey. I've got Kyle across from me here, and we are back live at the youth market that's happening at Youth Arc right now. So that's super exciting. Kyle, tell us about Youth Arc. What is Youth Arc? Let's start with that.
Youth Arc is an organisation funded by the council that is for all young people ages 12 to 25. Come hang out. They run programs in the holidays, a bunch of different activities that anyone, a youth member of Hobart, can come enjoy.
So what is the age limit for Youth Arc?
So we are 12 to 25-year-olds.
So a pretty significant span of age, I suppose.
Absolutely.
So what kind of, outside of the youth market that's happening today, running until 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock, I got it right this time. I got it right last time, to be fair. But what was my follow-up point? What kind of other programs are run at Youth Arc? That you can think of off the top of your head.
We just had our school, we're about to start our school holiday programs,
Yep.
so a bunch of different things, cooking, clay, art activities. I think there's a pottery one coming up. We've done crochet. There's so many activities you can come enjoy. We
Yeah.
have sports going on. I know there was a skateboarding workshop
Wow, okay.
last time. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, lots of different things. And that, so it's just essentially, my understanding of Youth Arc is it's basically just like a big room to just mess around and find out.
Yeah.
Basically, to experiment with different,
Absolutely.
especially creative interests, largely, and to just socialise. There's pool, there's ping pong, there's video games. Those are kind of the three, and then there's like a performance part and stuff as
Space,
well.
basketball court.
Basketball court, yeah. I forgot about that one, but that's because I'm not a basketball court person.
That's okay, me neither.
Okay, I'm glad we're in the same boat here. But I guess the other thing to talk about that Youth Arc does is Youth Advisory Squad, which you're a part of, Kyle.
I am.
So, can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, our Youth Advisory Squad, or YAS, is...
I love that it's called YAS.
YAS.
YAS Queen.
Is a group of like elected young people that apply for a volunteer role. We work closely with Youth Arc and as well as the council.
Yeah, so the Hobart City Council.
Yeah, to bring programs to young people. You know, this is a day that we've organised as well as some other projects that, you know.
So today was organised by YAS?
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, we're the youth voice for the council, the Hobart City Council here.
That's awesome. Do you kind of advise on like some more policy type stuff or just give general advice what kind of other things does YAS do, or does YAS have the potential to do, perhaps?
We've had meetings with council members. They super eager to hear young people's voices. There's always an opportunity for that.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
That's
filling
a good
up
sign.
It is, yeah, always.
Because I know how many times I felt not listened to as a young person, especially, I'm, 23, nearly 24 now. I get it less, but especially when I was, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 16.
16. So especially when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, I know how unlistened to I felt by people who were older than me. So yeah, that's why it's also great that you're on Edge, which is a youth radio station. It all worked out perfectly.
Wow.
I always do all these movements when I talk, and I forget that radio is not like a visual media. People have no idea that I'm very funny. Anyways.
They don't know that I could be dancing around right now. No clue back at home.
I dare you. Yes.
Yeah.
Go, Kyle. Amazing dance moves. So yeah, YAS. How do people get involved with Youth Arc and YAS?
Youth Arc is open from 1 p.m. most days till 6 p.m. So you can drop in after school, come in
I think
anytime.
it's not Mondays?
Not Mondays, not Mondays. Come drop in anytime. Come hang out. The youth programs are always going to be on the Instagram page.
Yep.
Instagram's probably the best way to look at Youth Arc, but also on our website, Youth Arcs and Rec.
Yep.
Super easy to get involved and just come say hello. But also with YAS, you can apply in October to become a YAS member and work closely. And if you're signed up to Youth Arc, there are always opportunities to fill out surveys, do forms to, be another young person's voice to the council.
Amazing. That's awesome. And I think the Youth Arc handle is at Youth Arts and Rec. I think it is. It is. Okay. So go give them a follow, or Google them, or stalk their Instagrams, or go to Edge, because we posted about doing this. So you can find them through us like that. And I think that's everything.
It is.
I think that's everything. Alrighty. Thank you very much for coming on. What was that?
Big organisation.
It is busy.
So much for you to do.
There is so much, and I'm always impressed. And everyone here, all the staff here and all the young people, they always have skills, and I'm like, I don't have that.
Oh my god! Can't wait for tonight to see everyone playing
yes.
music.
We've got it's not free, but it's cheap, right?
It's very cheap. Yeah.
Concert from 6 till 10, which is the Yark Fest.
It is, Yark Live.
So yeah, there's a bunch of local bands playing. I'm particularly keen to see Legal Noise myself. Also Grace Chia. I've been listening to Legal Noise a bunch lately though, so that's where I'm
excited.
at right now. But yeah, I think that's everything. So thank you for coming on, Kyle. And we might go on to another song, and we'll be back with more people from around the market soon. Alrighty, let's go on to the song NRG by Energy. He's good. Energy by Heartbeat, which is a Tassie band. Let's go. And we're back live at Youth Arc today at their youth market that's happening. My name is Corey. I'm joined with young Henry over here. Hi, Henry.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very good. My sister's actually running a store over at
Your sister's running a stall here, is she?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Oh, I think I've got the wrong mic on. Do you want to try talking for me again?
Yeah.
There we are. That's better. So I'm joined with young Henry. I turned the wrong mic on for you before. It's fine. So you're here because your sister's here doing a stall, you said?
Yes, I
Yes. What's your sister's name?
am. May.
Nay. And what's her stall? What's she's selling?
Well, my mum did a flower shipment to her this morning,
Yeah.
but she has a lot of other things that she's selling.
What kind of other stuff? So she got flowers and she's got...
Well, she's doing stuff we would need in the... Okay, my memory isn't that good, so I can't remember.
Yeah, fair enough. She's got other stuff.
Yeah.
No worries. People should go check it out.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, Henry, how old are you?
I am 11 years old.
You're 11 years old.
Yep, but I'm also turning 12 in June.
Nice. So very soon. Is June next month? 2 months. All right.
2 months.
So nearly 12. That's exciting.
Yeah, nearly 12.
Are you excited to turn 12?
I'm a little nervous, but it's...
Why are you nervous?
Well, becoming so close to becoming a teenager is just out of control.
I reckon your mum feels the same.
Yeah.
So I've got a kind of a question that I'm going to ask a lot of people today, I think, is... So we're at this big Youth Market. It's running until 5 o'clock today. But why do you think, Henry, as someone who's not even technically a youth yet, why do you think youth spaces are important, or spaces for young people are important?
Well, I would say sensory spaces. So just to keep us calm.
Oh, sensory spaces, right, okay.
Yeah.
Fair, that's an
Trust
interesting
me,
idea.
sometimes it never works for me.
Sometimes it never works for you. I've never tried like a sensory space before. Any other reasons you can think of why it's important to have youth spaces or spaces for specific groups of people,
Well,
or aimed at specific groups of people?
I haven't exactly thought of that one, but I have no idea.
You have no idea. That's fair enough. I give it a couple of years and you'll find out very quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of youth spaces because they're really supportive spaces for young people to experiment and try new things like art and different kind of cultural things and foods and all kinds of weird stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what Youth Arc is about. Are you coming to the concert tonight?
I hope I am.
Did Mum tell you about the concert that's happening tonight?
Yeah. Although I actually am catching up with one of my friends that I haven't seen in 6 years.
6 years, wow.
Yeah, that's just insane.
Okay,
'Cause
that
we used
sounds
to go to,
pretty exciting.
well, we used to go to school together, so...
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to go skating, but then I realised perhaps I could bring him with me.
Perfect. We love it when everything comes together nicely.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, well, we better go into another song, Henry. Thank you for joining me. We'll go into the song. What's this one called? Would you like to read? Can you read that? It's a bit of a tricky word, actually. Why don't we do this one?
That is...
No, here's a even better one.
Let Go.
By Zoe Marie. Let's go. And we're back at the Youth Market that's happening today. We're doing an outside broadcast. My name is Corey. This time, this talk break, I am joined by Ruby here, and I have Tilly over there. How are you two?
Good. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. That's a good sign for the day, right?
Yeah.
So, what brings you on the air today? What are you here to talk about?
We have a business called Scrunch where we make scrunchies. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We
Nice.
sell a lot of different patterns and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. What made you choose scrunchies of all things?
I don't. I've
Just
tried,
felt like fun,
yeah,
or
yeah. I knew how to sew, and
Fair.
it's just an easy thing to make.
are scrunchies just like a hair tie with like
Yeah.
stuff wrapped around it? Is that
Yeah.
how they
pretty
work?
much.
Yeah, they're just. I think it's better for people with thicker hair as well because it holds more, and it's good to go over
okay.
Yeah.
hair tie as decoration.
Yeah. I used to have long hair once upon a time, and I never used a scrunchie, and it feels like it was a failure. But I did. One thing I did do when I had long hair. This is not what I'm supposed to be promoting, but I'm here now. Is I made a rule for myself that I was never going to buy a hair tie in the time that I had long hair, and I never did. I had it for probably 9 to 12 months, and in that time I always scab them off other people, being like, oh, I need a hair tie.
Yeah, I did that too.
So yeah, I guess my next question is, how are you finding the day at the market overall?
Well, everybody's really nice, and it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe. It is, isn't it?
It's fun. Yeah.
It's really fun. There's some great music playing, and just, I don't know, it feels like a really happy day. Is that just me?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
okay, I'm
yeah.
not sure if I was just like manifesting something, or I guess next would be, why days like today, like the youth market and other stuff, important? Do you think, in your own words?
Well, it's important for young people to have a go at things like this, like
Yeah.
making money, learning how to save it, and yeah, it's fun as well.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a good thing to get into.
Yeah.
Good thing to get into just different life things in
Yeah.
general. Yeah. Besides your own store, have you had a chance to walk around yet?
No, not yet.
No,
But we
okay.
hope
We've seen
to.
some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, because there's a few of you at your store, so fingers crossed that you can have a look around. I'm a little bit jealous that I'm not able to do it until later today, when there's still like an hour, when I finish here, there's still an hour of the market left, but I'm like, I don't know if there's going to be any good stuff
Yeah.
left, like people
Yeah.
will have bought all the stuff that I'm like really into, probably. So fingers crossed. But yeah, I think it's really great what you're doing. I can kind of see the patterns a little bit from a distance. I had a glance earlier as I was walking through, but there's like a bunch of different colours and kind of like vibes to them, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that a good way to
Yeah,
explain it, do you
different
think?
vibes.
Yeah, there are different. There are different patterns, good for everybody. So this matches anything because
Yeah.
there's red. Bunch of different patterns.
Yeah, yeah. What's which one is your favourite, Ruby?
I like there's one with like, it's kind of like satin and it's like hearts and a white background. It's my favourite one.
So a
I
bit more
wear it
kind of
for-
almost like cutesy
Like, yeah.
vibes? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you, Tilly?
There is one, and it's a sort of baby blue color, and it's got like a checkered background, and it's got strawberries and cherries on it. Super
Nice.
cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any big goals for the money you're going to make today?
Not really.
Not really, just kind of
having fun.
having
Yeah,
fun and
just
trying new
see
things.
what happens.
Yeah. You'll probably spend it all on buying other people's
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
store
true.
stuff anyway. So
Yeah.
you'll make a profit and spend it before you've made the profit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thanks for coming. Last thing. Are you coming to the concert tonight?
Oh, we might be.
Yeah,
Might
we
be.
might.
Yeah, we might be.
Might be.
Not
Fair.
yet.
Not sure.
Do you know any of the artists? Have you listened to them before?
No, I don't
No.
actually know any of them.
Yeah, I only know a
haven't.
couple myself. I'm still fairly new to the local music scene,
Yeah.
but I'm very excited to see Legal Noise myself.
Yeah.
Simply because they do some great kind of like heavier songs, and that's my scene. So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll be here all day for the market.
Yes.
So until 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
people should come along, have a look. You're fairly close to the front door, so
Yeah.
you can be found pretty easily, which is prime space.
Yes.
Very lucky. And yeah, thanks for coming on. We might go into a song now.
Yeah.
Sound
Great.
good? Any
Yes.
any parting wisdoms for us, or you just nah, buy stuff.
No,
the
buy
correct
stuff,
answer is
have
buy
fun.
stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're going to go into the song "The Deal" by Mitski. Let's go. And we're back at the Youth Market. You listen to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. I've got Zero over there and Ollie over there. How are you both doing?
Good.
Good.
Wonderful.
What's that?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. I'm glad. So, who are you? What, we already said who you are. Why are you here? What's happening?
Sure. So we're here with Troublesmith. So we're youth social enterprise
Yep.
based in Hobart, and we're here to sell some of our products, but also get out in the community.
Nice. So, when you say youth social enterprise, what does that kind of mean?
Sure. So social enterprise, simply put, is just a business that's in it for a cause, not just money. So
Yeah.
our cause is young people, helping young people get jobs.
Yeah, nice. So, yeah, that's really cool, and I love Troublesmiths for that. I surprised I didn't end up going through the Troublesmiths like program myself. But how does Troublesmiths work? I guess maybe I'll ask Zero this time, because you've been very polite and quiet there.
Thank you. Well, I've only really just started. I've been in it for about 2 weeks now.
Oh, so you're like really
Yeah.
fresh. How long does the program go for?
8 weeks.
8 weeks,
and
okay.
some people choose to stick around and they come back again and they're leaders, like Ollie.
Oh, okay. That's why you were so keen to have Ollie come on with you.
Yeah, because I'm like, look, I might not know stuff. I need you to help me.
Fair enough.
So basically, the main goal is to just help people with confidence and working. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so nervous about jobs. I always feel very incompetent, like I can't do things. But
Yeah.
with Troublesmiths, it's teaching me that I can do work.
Yeah.
I can learn new things, and they're also helping me with my resume, and they're making me properly understand what a cover letter is, because I thought it was like this thing you have to do every single time, but apparently you can just have one. And
Oh,
I'm
can
like,
you? I didn't
yeah.
even know that.
yeah.
So-
So, you know, you learn new things.
There you go. So yeah, it's essentially like a skill learning kind of space, but like
Yeah.
with career focused, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So there's part of it is just a work experience. You know,
Yeah,
we run
yeah.
a store, so you get to work experience that way.
Yeah.
Then we also have our facilitators who give coaching advice and help
Nice,
people with
yeah.
whatever their goals are.
Yeah. Is Ellie still there? I met her once for my other job, and now I'm just
Unfortunately
curious.
not.
Oh,
No.
Ellie's
She
gone.
is on the promotional video that we have on in the store, though. I've seen her a few times.
Amazing.
Yep.
So you're at the youth market today. What kind of stuff are you selling today?
Ooh, well, the biggest thing is probably our candles.
Right?
Candle
Is that
in a
just because
can.
you know that I want to buy some, or is that because they're like selling?
I just think they're the most fun thing.
Fair.
I mean, we've also got like lip balm and beard oil and stuff, but the candles, man.
Someone's a big fan of a scented candle is the vibe that I'm getting.
I'll just say, but black raspberry is the best one.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents.
How many of you are here? I think I can see 4 Troublesmith shirts at least. Is it the 4 of you? Is that
Yeah,
it?
and Sophie.
And Sophie, is she staff at Troublesmith?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sophie is. Oh no.
She's one of like the coaching
Yeah,
people?
she works. I think she sort of heads up the transition to work program at WorkSkills. And
Right,
so,
okay, yeah.
Troublesmith is very closely related to that.
Nice. I think my next thing is, this is what I'm kind of asking everyone, is why are days like today with the youth market important? Why are you youth?
There's so many reasons. I think the main thing is creativity and how
Yeah.
when you look at how the world is, there are a lot of really just rough things, and
Yeah.
reminding people that there is a lot of colour and there's a lot of happiness and small things that can give people happy is really important.
Like this
It's-
kind of beauty in
Yeah.
the small things?
and it's so important to show youth that, because we are very much raised in a world where it's kind of like you need to be ready for the worst, all these bad things are happening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can go to a market and meet people who are like you. And I mean, starting Troublesmiths has made me love candles, and now I'm like, I'm going to start making candles.
Love that.
You
So
can
maybe
come-
next
yeah.
market you'll be here doing your own
Yeah.
candles.
I'm going to take over the business, actually. Going to make a bigger candle business.
Amazing. Let me know because I love scented candles.
I'll give you a discount.
Oh, perfect. Oh, the job's finally paying off. Ollie, what are your thoughts on why kind of days like today are important?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, just being here is great. I mean, seeing all the other stuff is amazing. But also, just getting Troublesmith out there.
Yeah.
You know, we want more people to be in our program because we think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So restarts basically every 8. No, it's each person does 8 weeks, and they
Yeah.
can kind of do it. Is it like groups of people go at a time, or is it
Yeah,
like
so
an intake?
one course runs every 8 weeks, and then there's sort of a couple of weeks gap in between courses.
Right,
Where we
okay.
get new people in.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. Awesome. I don't really think I have anything else to ask you. Do you have any parting words of wisdom before you go, or is it just buy Troublesmith stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
But
we'd love that.
yeah, I think it's also important to kind of point out that it doesn't matter what your situation is.
Yeah.
You have the right to want a job, and Troublesmiths wants to help with that. Like, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like what Ollie said, like, it's, what is it? Non-profitable? Non-promote? What is it?
Social enterprise.
Yeah, so it's not based on getting profit. It's
Yeah.
about helping.
Yeah, it's about supporting people.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
And
We need more of
everyone-
that.
Yeah, like everyone there is just like you.
Yeah.
Like, I've already made friends, and I was there, and I was like, oh man, nobody understands what I'm going through. And then everyone was like, oh, this is what I'm going through. I was like, oh, okay, copycat. Like,
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that so many times.
yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much. The Troublesmith stall is. Oh, did you have something? No. The Troublesmith stall is right by the door, so you're in pretty prime position as well as the last people I interviewed. So I'll let you two get back to it. We're going to go into a song. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
This song is White Bread by Filthy Little Star. Let's go. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. I've got Daniel across from me.
Hello, Corey.
Hello. We are at the Youth Arc Youth Market that's happening today. which is super exciting. It's running until 5 o'clock. And then they've got the concert after. Are you coming to the concert, Daniel?
Don't think I've got an invite to the concert, I'm afraid. Too
okay.
old to get into the
Oh, that's
doors,
right.
yeah.
It is 12 to 25 only. Yes.
But that was your chance to say, I look young enough to make it in, and you
Yeah,
totally
I'm
had
not
fly
that kind of
bus.
person.
Yeah, clearly.
I am. If anyone ever tries to do anything like that to me, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it, just out of principle.
All right, I can respect that.
I'm just here to be despicable, honestly. So, Daniel, who are you? Why are you here? What are you? What's happening with you here?
Yeah, it's all the easy questions, yep. So my name's Daniel, and my pronouns are he and him, and my job is as an LGBTIQA plus school inclusion officer. Short, catchy job title at a place called Working It Out, which is an LGBTIQA plus community organisation.
Yeah.
So the job involves a whole bunch of things, but which makes it really exciting and varied each day. But basically, anyone who is still of school age, primary school, high school, college, who is
Not university?
Not so much, because I tend to work with people who are 18 years and younger.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And so certainly our organisation engages with people.
Right,
of our
but
age,
your role
not my
specifically. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So yeah, I get to work with those people and their families and their schools.
Yeah.
And it's not so much a counselling role at all, but just being an adult who believes what young people are telling them, believes they know who they are.
Yeah.
And
Hugely important.
Yeah, and who can kind of hopefully advocate for them so they don't have to do it for themselves and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. That's really awesome. What kind of other stuff does Working It Out do? Kind of while we're here?
Good. A whole lot.
Yeah, I know. I know, but for the listener...
You want more detail than that. So the best probably thing about us is, as a community organisation, everything we offer is free. So anyone who comes into the door doesn't have to have a Medicare card or a credit card or anything with them. It's all free. We do lots of one-on-one support.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of people who do, I guess they're kind of called peer mentor roles, but you could call it whatever you want. They make regular appointments with people to just talk through things.
So kind of like counselling-ish?
Yeah, with the ish on the end, yep. So, and that can be done online or in our little office in Argyle Street in North Hobart.
Yeah.
We also have people who do the roles in the northwest and the north of the state as well.
Yeah.
Which is really important out in the other regions, so not just fully
So
Hobart-centric.
I'm from the northwest region of Tasmania, and I could have definitely used some help when I was there.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad to hear that.
And interesting, that's kind of the genesis of Working It Out, came from a report on the experiences of young people in the northwest in the late 90s, and that's how Working It Out came to exist to start with. So it's important that as an organisation we don't forget that and we stay connected in those areas. Also run groups, so there's a gender group, there's coffee catch-ups, there's trans coffee catch-ups.
Yeah.
There's all those sorts of things that happen kind of on a
there's the
monthly
youth
or
group as well,
fortnightly
isn't there?
basis. Yeah, so I run a group called Outspace.
Oh, I forgot you did that.
Yeah. That's me, and we do it right here.
Yeah, at Youth Arc.
At Youth Arc, where we are right now. It's a whole lot quieter when Outspace on. So that's people aged 14 to 25, I think.
Yeah.
And we meet once a month, and it's really just a chill-out space and a space to meet other people, and sometimes we'll organise an activity of some sort. Other times
It's just kind of like a free space. Nice.
Yeah, very much so. And so they run as well in Burnie and Devonport, and hopefully there's one going to be up and running in Launceston very shortly as well. So
nice,
that'll be cool
that's
if that gets
exciting.
up again. Yeah.
Awesome. I guess my next question is, what is being at the youth market and the youth concert tonight and stuff, why do you think a space like this is important, the market and like kind of Youth Arc itself, this kind of youth-focused space?
Yeah, I just think it's so cool that young people get to have a space that is for them specifically.
Yeah.
And they get to just fully engage in their interests.
Yeah.
And have kind of, they're the experts of what they're doing. They know what they're passionate about, but there's some support around them to help get an audience in front of them, or get customers in front of them, or get people around them. So I think that's really cool, and that's why this space, just in terms of this market, but also just generally, is a space that exists for young people to drop into and to have a space that they can say is their own.
Yeah.
It's pretty good because the world we live in, the society we live in, young people in certain spaces are seen as a nuisance and taking up taking up space.
Yep.
And here this space is for them to take up. So
Yeah. No, I love that answer because it's like the more eloquent version of my answer. So thanks for that.
You can use it. Yeah, go for it.
It's already left my brain. I guess we'll go into a song in just a second, but do you have any kind of parting words of wisdom to maybe I'll get you to speak to older people and why they should listen to young people more or think about how they approach young people?
Yeah, happy to do that. Like, I think that what we need to remember as people who are no longer in that youth category is that the world's changed. When we were young, things aren't the same, but also there are some universal experiences of being young. So I've kind of contradicted myself straight away. But the key message I want to say is people know who they are. Young people know who they are, and they don't need people to question or doubt them. They need people to support them and love them. So that's my big hug of a message to end on. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. And on that, we'll go into a song. Thanks for coming on, Daniel.
Thanks.
You've got a stall here, so people can come and chat if they want to.
Free chocolate.
Oh, free chocolate. Perfect. It's a shame I'm lactose intolerant. Anyways, we're going to go into the song Atlantis by Charmer Finches. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to This Way That... not This Way. It's not This Way That Way. Oh, no.
You're listening to
Edge Radio, just our special outside broadcast at the Youth Arc market that's happening today.
It's hosted by the same people.
I was going to say, I saw you and my brain immediately switched This Way That Way. I have my name's Corey. I have Tally across from me, who does help me out on This Way That Way, which is a show that I usually do. But this time we're not talking about all the This Way That Way stuff.
Where should we say we're coming in from, I feel like?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we're live from said youth market.
Arc.
Yeah.
Didn't I say?
I don't think so. Look, honestly, don't worry.
Should we start again?
Yes.
Let's start fresh. Okay.
So this is Edge Radio.
Okay. This is Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. This is Tally. There we are. Oh, we got it, babes. Teamwork makes the dream work and all that.
So artwork. I'm doing a live mural currently.
So we're at the Youth Arc's Youth Market. Tally's doing a live mural because you have other skills besides radio.
Yeah, like most of my skills when I do volunteering are like creative and like just simply turning up. I started turning up here like 9 years. I've been here for a hot minute, I think.
Fair.
Since I was like technically like 14, 15, and then volunteering since I was like 16, and then doing classes and stuff on my own outside work when I was 19. And now I'm doing a lot of projects. It's fun. Nice.
I mean, that's an exciting way to show kind of growth and stuff as well. Like,
it's also proof to me that I didn't need an art degree or a teaching degree or even a job to do good teaching and art in the community that actually benefits people.
Yes, say it again.
It's like government pays me for the disability reparations for like screwing me over, and then I contribute back by helping out the community for free. And sometimes for paid work. It's great.
Amazing. I love... I think this is an important thing to say, especially doing an outside broadcast at a youth event, at a youth station. A degree isn't everything.
Yeah,
and
we have... Get a trade, get a something. I do recommend finish education, but it's not like the end of the world if you don't. I did 3-year uni prep course because I failed it like twice. And then I got there. I got my diploma.
Yeah.
And then I decided I did social work for 2 years, and I'm like, I think I'm just going to do literally anything else. And I realized I need to do art. My soul is missing. I wanted to do art. It was my thing for my whole life. I was the art kid. I was the everything kid, to be fair. If it was creative, I was doing it. Except for sculpture.
A little humble brag there. No.
I mean, it wasn't always good, but I was doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen my art from high school. I'm like, God damn. A lot of anime, a lot of My Little Pony, but I learnt to draw graphic design in paint.
That is the most unsurprising information I've learnt about you.
I loved comics. I always wanted to be a comic artist.
Nice.
But now I do like these sort of funky pattern murals because I just they work.
Fair.
And today's mural is inspired by like Aboriginal patterns and shells.
Yeah, okay. So what is the final outcome of the mural gonna kind of look like? Can you describe it a bit?
The theme is for community and voice, or like voice of community, something like that.
Yeah,
right? You know, some counsellors for like we love the community.
Okay, yep.
And so I'm sort of connecting all of that together. Like there's a bunch of different sort of, I guess, icons and symbols throughout the pattern.
Yeah.
Just imagine a big wavy blob.
Okay.
And then in the middle, there's a big circle. And in that sort of gap between the circle and the blob, there's all of these different intricate like patterns and details. There's like, it's kind of just a whole moment.
Yeah,
I think it explains itself better visually.
As most art does that is designed to be visual art, yeah.
But it's a bit of a rainbow in the background. I'm going to add lots of like textured patterns in. But the idea of the community voice part is simply that like connection to nature and country is the same as connection to community in that sense, in that both are like integral, etc. You know, and go. I was like, I'm going to put my own spin on this to make it interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm also meant to do the acknowledgement later because I wrote up the acknowledgement is meant to go in the big circle in the middle.
Yeah.
So
you've got this big focus on the Aboriginal community in this art piece. What kind of brought that about? Is there a specific kind of trigger for that? Or?
I am Aboriginal and I got sick of bad acknowledgements. And I wanted to put some art in there, and actually, the important part about my acknowledgement is that it actually acknowledges like dispossession, enslavement, the fact that those things actually happened.
Yeah. Which a lot of acknowledgements I've experienced. I don't identify as Aboriginal, but even I've kind of listened to a few acknowledgements and gone, they feel very perfunctory.
It was also Harmony Day really like got me off because it was like, no.
Oh, the history of Harmony Day,
it's because
right?
it's like National Day.
I was going to say, do you want to explain the history?
I can't remember the exact date, but it is basically Harmony Day got renamed by, I'm pretty sure, John Howard, but it used to actually be International Day Against Racial Discrimination.
Yeah.
Which is understandably very different tone to Harmony Week.
Yeah.
We did like fashion and food, which is good for like, you know, kids in school, but the community events were the same thing. They were very milquetoast. No one would acknowledge the fact that it was racism is not the same as harmony. It's the direct opposite.
Yeah, so it was this kind of problematic rebrand of...
Especially with what's still happening in Australia, the vote, etc., these things.
Yeah.
Like, nah. This deserves the seriousness. It's like everyone can participate in that, and I think that's the point of my mural is it's like, this is something you can engage with. You do not have to be Indigenous to have a connection to the land. I think everyone on some level feels a bit of a disconnection at the moment with the climate, the planet, the everything.
I think
everything
that's
that is normal is not normal anymore. Progress is speeding along like a full-on truck, and I'm trying to ground myself in doing art and community stuff since humans will always help each other out in a crisis given the right tools and opportunities.
Fair. And is your art representative of
so.
that, you think? Yeah.
Like, I got help through this centre and doing my own stuff in my community. And
so you're kind of giving back? Is that kind of the vibe?
All of the things I do is like activism, art, volunteering, all of that kind of stuff, community engagement. It's pretty much always geared around that.
Yeah.
Because I'd kind of just be really bored otherwise. I have to do something, right? But I can't do full-time uni because it's just a grind.
That's why I've not done uni, because I know I like the idea of studying, but I just can't do it yet. It would ruin me.
It turns out I'm a good student, but I'm like too good of a student for my own good.
Right.
So I just burn out horrific. I moved house twice, and it really kind of... does
fair.
it.
That doesn't help either.
Yeah, then I was figuring out there's like a lot of other stuff, learning difficulties. I was like, oh, cool, right.
Fair.
Turns out the learning disorder is really disordering my learning.
Fair. Hence the art.
Yeah.
And the focus on the art.
I'm much better at, like, I have to go through a lot of healing first for art to really, like, happen, and I just felt like I would just want to cry when I looked at art, because all I can think about is I want to be doing art. My whole brain was wired around seeing art and creativity and things, and then I just couldn't, and I was like, ugh.
Fair. Hence why you went back to, like, your roots. So, I love that. Cool. That's really awesome. It's really awesome to hear kind of a bit more of the backstory.
Very environmentally themed.
Yeah, this kind of, I guess, a history of you and your art presence, I guess, and why your art presence is here today as well.
Well, like the big circle in the middle, like the ring around it has like fire and such around it, etc. It's kind of meant to be like, you know, ripples of like, it makes sense in person. I wish I could describe it, but it's essentially this idea that small things have big ripples outwards.
Yeah, the butterfly effect kind of thing.
Yeah, which includes anger, which includes all the emotions it created. You know, the situation. So
Fair.
It's like, you know, and now it's like kind of weirdly displaced. So it's like you gotta like, I don't know, bring it back.
Fair. Well, thank you very much for coming and sharing your info about things. Do you have like an art Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, I got my public Instagram. It has some of my art on it. It also has my fashion. So if you feel like following a fruit, I am said fruit.
What's your at if you want to share it?
What is a Floyd and why is it pink? But there's a dash in the middle. Also, if you just kind of look up my name, Tally Hamilton, it'll probably come up.
Cool. And on that, let's get into a song. Thanks for coming on, Tally.
Bye.
And this is Devil Inside Me by Betsy Blue. Let's go. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. I've got Blake, and Henry has made his grand return over there. How are we doing, guys?
Good. Excellent.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. So we are, of course, broadcasting, doing our live broadcast from the Youth Arc Youth Market that's happening today. What is, maybe Henry, what is your favourite thing that you've seen here today?
My favourite thing would have to be my sister's stall.
Your sister's stall.
Well, no,
that's very cute.
That is not it.
Oh, that's not it.
My favourite thing is the music area over there.
The music area? What's happening in the music area?
Not much.
Not much, but there is music playing, which is lots of fun.
Yeah, I did hear there's going to be a band on at 6 o'clock, so if anyone wants to go there,
yeah,
they're more than welcome to, I
yes,
guess.
There is, so we have the youth market until 5 o'clock today, and of course we have the youth concert thing, the Yark Fest, that's what they're calling it, which has a bunch of different musicians playing from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. You can grab tickets here, or I would assume online. So the other person who I've got sitting here is Blake. You're part of YAS, which is the Youth Advisory Squad.
Yeah, I am.
You are. What got you involved with that? What made you want to get involved with that?
My mum saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
She said, you should do this. So I did.
Fair. How long have you been with the squad for?
About a year.
About a year, wow. So you've stuck around.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you enjoy doing with YAS? So I know you're helping out at the event here today. So, or was it just getting involved that you kind of enjoyed? Yeah. Kind of just the connecting with people, maybe? Or?
I know you know it.
What?
I know you know it. Huh? I know you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, just tell him.
So, you're doing the Polaroid station today.
Yeah.
So, what is happening with the Polaroid station? How does that work?
I take the picture of the people, and then they can decorate it with Sharpies, stickers.
So it's just like a bit of fun, kind of. So you're doing the pictures, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Has it been busy?
A bit, yeah.
A bit, yeah. I know. I love.
What do you mean a bit? It's been more than busy.
It's been a pretty steady stream of people coming through today, so I imagine you've had a few people. I guess, Blake, my follow-up question is, why do you think that youth spaces are important?
I think it's good for youth to have a space dedicated to them.
What do you think the value of having a dedicated youth space is?
Well, I think it's quite important for youth to be able to socialize and make friends with other youth that they usually wouldn't.
Yeah, having these kind of like a big open space to just do things.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. Have you made? How long have you been coming to Youth Arc for? Had you been to Youth Arc before you joined the advisory squad?
No.
No. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I had only been a couple of times before I did. I used to come to Youth Arc, and then I got a job, and I had to stop coming. And then I was on Youth Advisory Squad for a little bit, a couple of years ago, and now here I am doing radio at Youth Arc. Go figure. Life works in mysterious and wonderful ways.
Yeah.
Henry, you keep coming back to the radio studio. What excites you about the kind of radio?
Well, ever since I first started school, I was like, and ever since I first held a microphone, I was like, I've got to get famous.
Nice. What way do you plan to get famous? Music, art, performing arts, singing?
A sport champion and a famous music star, really.
Right, okay. So are you going to do both, or are you going to pick one later on in life?
I will highly likely do both.
Fair enough. Alright, I think...
Well, technically I'm already starting to get famous because I've made a YouTube channel. that you guys should check out.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's Train Time with Henry. Trust me. I only have 2 videos so far.
Fair. It's one way to get famous. YouTube famous. That's not how.
Yeah.
Not how I will do.
And I did forget to mention in my last session that today I finally might be seeing a friend that I have not seen in 6 years. That is just insane.
Yeah, it's a very long time. It's pretty crazy. Are you excited?
Am I excited? Of course I'm excited. So was he, really.
That's awesome. That sounds really fun. Do we have any kind of parting thoughts, ideas, questions about what's happening here today? What's your favorite? I don't think I asked you this, Blake. What's your favorite stall or favorite thing that's happening today that you've seen?
The music stall. It's music part.
Let him make his own choice.
I'm very indecisive.
We've got some scanning around the room, trying to remember what's going on, I think. Have you had much time away from the Polaroid stall today?
Not really. I've been doing the yo-yo stuff, which is quite fun.
What's the yo-yo? Where do the yo-yos come from? I've been seeing a few of them around. I thought somebody had just, brought in a yo-yo, but I guess there's a bunch of them somewhere?
Yeah, in the corner over there.
Oh, okay.
Not very helpful on the radio.
No.
But in a corner, there's someone doing...
He means over there in the corner.
Across the room, yeah.
Yeah, across the room over there in the corner over there where the net is.
Yeah, okay. I might go hunting to see what the yo-yos are all about soon.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be my next talk.
He said he's done it for 6 to 7 years, but took a break.
Right, okay.
For a while.
So he's like a professional yo-yoer or something?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He can do a lot of stuff.
It looks like he knows a lot more about yo-yos than I do.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I think on that note, thank you very much for coming on, Blake, and again for you, Henry. And we're going to go into the song. Where is it? Would you like to read it out?
Yep.
We've got... Here, go this one.
No. Which one?
This one right here.
95 South.
By
Here we go.
Phil Smith. Here we go. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. My pronouns are he, him. I've got Liam across from me this time.
Hello. My pronouns are he, him as well.
Ah, amazing. It sounds like I'm being very misogynistic or something when I say that. No.
Look, we've gone too far.
We've gone too far. Where are we, Liam?
We are at Youth Arc at the Youth Market.
That's happening today.
Which is happening today. It would be weird if it was happening tomorrow. But yeah, so we're here. There's heaps of arts and crafts from young people. There's a table next to the Headspace one that's saving money to go to a Thailand trip next year with the school.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, just some really cool stuff. And there's a crocheted dinosaur that I noticed when I was walking around that I think I may need to buy.
I'm too busy walking around trying to be like, do you want to come on radio? And I don't get the chance to look at it.
I'll point it out, and then you can be like, tell me about the crocheted dinosaurs. Like, that would be cool.
Okay, amazing. But who are you here with?
So I'm here with Headspace. So I'm the clinical educator at Headspace, which is a fancy way of saying I help social workers and new workers.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 social workers at the centre at the moment who are in the second year, they're kind of second year out of uni.
Okay.
And helping them, but basically just supporting the Access team at Headspace. And
what's the Access team?
So the Access team is basically any young person can come to Headspace, so that's 12 to 25, and before they might see one of our AHPs or a psychologist through a mental health care plan, they see one of our Access team clinicians. So they're social workers, prov psychs, and basically they can get some counselling. We work out what's going on for them, how we can best support them, and if we're not the right service, make sure they go to the right service.
Oh, I've done this before, actually. I'm familiar.
So,
I've forgotten about it.
And it's because we want to make sure that we're tailoring the experience to each young person. Some young people are going to like doing drawing during appointments. Some just want to talk about what's going on. Some might just need a vent about it, and then that's all they need. So it's about making sure that we're tailoring it, and then my role is basically supporting that process
staff.
With some
so
of the
kind of like
staff.
a mentor role almost.
Yeah, kind of a mentor role. We also try and do some like peer learning. So the early career program has monthly topics that we talk about, but then also trying to figure out ways of helping the graduates in that program share that knowledge with the rest of the team. So and what can they learn from the rest of the team as well?
This shared knowledge of the world around them, I guess.
Exactly. Everyone's the best at something, so it's good to pick their brains and stuff.
So Headspace, did we explain what Headspace actually is? I don't think we did.
No, so
let's go back to basics.
So if you're 12 to 25 and you're experiencing mental health challenges, you're just questioning some stuff about yourself, if you've got some alcohol and drug use that you want to talk to someone about, you can call up Headspace and you can get a free service. So we have GPs that you can see. We have a sexual health GP that you don't need to be seeing a counsellor for. You can just come in and have a confidential conversation with them.
You do have to book an appointment for
You
the
do
GPs,
have to book an appointment. So you just, like, if you're questioning, if you're wondering if we can support, just give us a call. Because if we can't support you, then we'll point you in the right direction.
Just quickly, are there other ways to contact that don't involve calling? I just know that a lot of people don't like, myself included, don't like, which is ironic because I'm on radio, but don't like phone calls.
It's completely, I completely understand that because I, as someone who talks to people, I'm like, oh, phone calls. No, we have an email, so that's just headspace@thelink.org.au. And you can just shoot an email through to that, and we'll either email you back or we can give you a call. And basically all the services we provide are free. We don't want there to be any barriers. And we're next to the Link. So the Link is what's called the lead agency. So basically it means that everyone who works at our Headspace Centre is also is employed by the Link. So we have a really good relationship, and we can take clients from, I could be seeing a client for Headspace, doing some counselling, and they go, I'd really like some services like talking to someone about some health stuff, having a free meal, and I can go, hey, the Link's next door, let's just wander over, and I could...
Two sides of the same coin kind of thing.
Basically. So we're all sort of part of the one big family. The main thing is just, if you've got any questions about stuff, come on in, and we really emphasise, which is the whole pronoun thing, is we want you to be who you're meant to be. And so if you're they, them, he, he, him, she, her, anything in between, then we want to meet you where you're at. That might mean that, for example, you might come in and say, I'm a they, them, but with my parents, I'm a she, her. And we can help navigate that, and we can make sure that you feel that you can access the service, that it's, tailored for you.
As someone with a long history with the Link and Headspace, I always tend to think of it as the Link is more of a drop-in service. And Headspace is a little bit more structured, but there are things that you can do at Headspace like counselling or doctor's appointments, that kind of stuff, which the Link can advise on but can't provide, kind of.
So as an example, you could be having a bit of a bad day. You could just walk into the Link and there'll be someone there that you can talk to. And let's say when you're talking, you might go, hey, I actually really would like to have more counselling. I want to book something in. Then the Link can actually support you in booking that appointment in with Headspace. Flip side is if someone was to just walk in, we do have a clinician on duty. So we have someone who is basically there that if you just walked off the street, we can at least have a conversation. It would still involve booking something in. We are much more appointment-based over at Headspace. But certainly if you come in, then we really do try and make sure that you can talk to someone, and if we don't have anyone available, then organising for you to be able to go over to the Link and talk to someone. So,
nice.
No wrong door.
Fair. We need to finish up this talk break soon, but I guess my last question that I've been kind of asking everyone is, in your eyes, what is the importance of having youth-specific places? And I'm going to say, because we're at Youth Art, maybe we'll have a youth-specific non-clinical space and a youth-specific clinical space.
So I think with the clinical space, really important that young people aren't just small adults. young people are going through a completely different experience than what adults are.
Yes.
Also, from when I was at high school, the world's completely different.
Yeah.
And so having people that know how to talk to young people, know young people issues, and can create a space that is for young people. At Headspace, we have a youth reference group. So everything from the colour of the fidget toys goes past young people.
Oh, wow. I didn't realise it was that intensive.
We just want to make sure that every single step of that experience for a young person has a young person saying, yes, that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
So that's really, really important. In terms of non-clinical spaces, again, like being a young person is difficult. You don't have the freedom of like being able to hop in your car and just go for a drive. Like there's you have school, you have you might not be able to find work, or you might be looking for your first job.
Yeah.
And having spaces where you can come and feel safe means that it's somewhere that you could be making friends, friends that you might even be able to have for the rest of your life. Making connections, finding out opportunities, and doing it in a way where you're not, going to school and being told what to do. You're coming and you're just, if you want to hang out that day, cool. If you come along and there's a group that you're like, I actually don't feel like coming, you can head off. And so that's why, from what I've heard about like Youth Arc, from young people I've supported, is they felt really safe, they felt really supported. Having some staff around meant that they didn't worry about being bullied because they had an adult that they could talk to, but that also that it was somewhere that they could hang out with their friends. And get that bit of independence. Like they're not sitting at home, like they're just coming in and just playing basketball, playing video games, or just
sometimes
chatting,
creating art or whatever it may be.
But with people that are also interested in doing that. Because I know when I was young, I had interests that if none of my mates were interested in, I wouldn't talk to them about. Versus being going to come here and your mates might not be interested in drawing, but you come along and there's like a group of people that like video games and like drawing, and you're like, fantastic, I found some people.
I'm sold.
Then you get to explore that, but also you're making new friends and stuff. So I think it's really, really important, and I definitely think that we need more of them around the place because they really do change the game for a lot of young people.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're going to go into a song, but thank you very much for coming on.
No worries.
We're going to go into a song. This is Strange Things Happen by Skyscraper Stan. So many S's. Let's get into it. Let's go. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. My pronouns are he, him. I've got Finn across from me. Hello, Finn. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Corey. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. We're in our final hour of our outside broadcast that we're doing today. We're finishing at 4, but the youth market goes until 5. What brings you to the youth market today?
I wasn't actually originally planning on coming here, and I ran into a friend of mine. And so we came and had a bit of a squiz.
Nice.
That's what's brought me here.
Love that. You're our first person today who's come on who's just been some random kind of thing. Who's just wandered in and just having a fun time. So I guess my first question for you is, I presume you've had a bit of a wander around?
Yes, I have.
What's your favourite thing that you've seen so far?
The guy teaching people yo-yo tricks.
Yo-yo. I heard yoga tricks, and I was really confused about what a yoga trick was. Yo-yo tricks. Yeah, I've... maybe I should try and get him to come on. That'll be interesting.
You should. You definitely should.
If he's happy to. We'll see how we go. Cool. So we've got the big youth market today. Why do you think days like today are important?
Because, everybody needs to have fun. And there's less... Well, there's less pressure on you for a while when you're young, and then there's a bit more, it feels like, and it ramps up. So having days where you do something, and you can put something that you're interested into something that feels like it matters is really important and staves off boredom, which is...
Yeah, and the kind of, I guess I'm going to say, like, low stakes of it, like if it doesn't quite work out, it's not... Is that me kind of putting words in your mouth?
No, that makes sense, because everything that everyone has here seems something like they're passionate about.
Yeah.
So whether they lose the money or not, they still have done something that they wanted to do.
Done something enriching for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to one of the kind of youth art markets before?
No, this is my first one.
Nice. You having a good time with it? Yeah.
It's enjoyable,
vibing?
yeah.
Have you bought anything fun?
No, I have not. But I'm ever vigilant.
You've got those few dollars. You're like, which one's the most important thing? That's fair. I'm having lots of fun doing this outside broadcast, but I'm also really keen for it to end just so I can look around and buy things.
Yeah.
So, leading on, so it's Youth Week. Why do you think having an acknowledged nationwide Youth Week thing is important?
Again, we've got a lot of pressure on us at times.
What kind of pressures are you feeling?
I'm in
if you're happy to share.
I'm in my last year of high school.
Yeah.
Well, year 12. And it feels like, obviously, I'm going to continue to be a functioning person after this year, but it feels like it's the end of my life in a way, the end of the road. It's not, and there's so much that's open-ended to me. It's like we live on a tree, and we're on the trunk, and then everything branches off.
Yeah.
So,
but there's no clear path anymore.
No, not at all.
I know that feeling. I'm only 23, nearly 24 myself. I did it not that long ago, and it's pretty scary, isn't it? This kind of, you live your whole life with these kind of specific rules and way of doing things, and then they just go, good luck, and throw you out into the world, and you have to kind of find which branch, I guess, you belong on in that tree analogy you were using.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what kind of your branch will be? Or are you still in that figuring it out
I'm
phase?
still trying to figure it out. There's a lot of pressure put onto people my age to go to university as opposed to anything else.
And I've got some strong words about that thought that I'm not allowed to say on radio.
Yeah.
In that you don't need to go to uni, is my point.
Yes.
I sure didn't.
Yeah, and as well, uni is something that's interesting and very open, but they also act like the only way that you can get into university is by having a good ATAR, which is just not at all true.
I was going to say, universities, they are profit-making things. They want as many students as they can, so they're making as many pathways as possible. And there's so many. I know just at UTAS alone, because I've looked into it myself.
Yep.
And I've got friends who've done their programs that you don't need an ATAR unless you're doing medicine or something.
Well, even in medicine, you can go into nursing and then up from there.
True, there's nurse practitioners and that kind of stuff. You've really done your research, haven't you?
Yeah.
Damn, sorry, I'm just reflecting on my college days now, and I'm just whoa, it's so soon and so long ago. So you're coming to the concert tonight, which is from 6 to 10 p.m. Do you have a specific act you're looking to see?
Off-Put.
Off-Put. I've never listened to them before. What kind of vibes are they?
I haven't listened to them either, but...
Do you know someone in it?
Yeah, so I go to Elizabeth College.
Yeah, okay.
And every single band member is from Elizabeth College, and I happen to know one of them, but more than that, just a bunch of my friends are coming to see it, so I figure I'll tag along.
Nice, yeah. I'm really keen to see Legal Noise myself.
Okay.
Just because I listen to them in my spare time.
Oh.
And Grace Chia, who I just know is lots of fun. And I got to see them perform at the National Live Music Awards last year, which happened at Simple Cider up the road from where we are now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of exciting. Do you have any kind of parting words of wisdom for us before we finish up? Maybe anyone will have one that's anything and one that's a message you would like to give to older people about young people.
Well, one for anything. Don't dwell on any bad choices you've made, because there's no point in that.
Yes.
You cannot go back and change it. You will never be able to go back and change it. And even if you did, what consequence might you get rid of that is a good part of that? What friends might you never make? Just think about something before you do it. Don't think about it afterwards. We live in the present. By the time we're in the future, it'll be the present again. The past doesn't exist, nor does the future.
Existential. Nice.
Yeah.
And now a message to older people about young people.
give us a break sometimes.
Yes, love that.
And, you know, try and see from other people's perspectives.
Yeah, love that. Cool. Let's go into a song then, I think. This is Full-Time Job by Squirrel Flower. Let's go. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. I'm here with Ash this time around. Hi,
Hello.
Ash. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear it. What are you doing here, Ash? Why are you here? What is the meaning of life? What's going on?
Well, I'm here today as part of the market.
Yep.
So I've got my stall with all of my art prints, stickers, and some hand-painted clothes.
Nice, yeah. So, a bit of context, if you've just tuned in, we're at the Youth Arc Youth Market that's happening today. We'll be doing this broadcast for another 33 minutes, if assuming my clock is right. So, yeah. You've been doing the market stall all day since 1 o'clock, right? You got
Yes.
here, yeah. Probably sooner to set up.
Yeah.
You're feeling a bit tired at this point.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit of just while there's not a lot that you are doing for most of the day.
Yeah.
It's a lot mentally.
Yeah. It's that just because you're not physically doing a lot doesn't mean it's not tiring.
Yeah.
It's like having like an office job. They are tiring, but you're not really moving. And then I think I'm just going to rant about my own life now because I have office jobs. I think the biggest issue I'm having is that, like, love my work, I'm good at my work, all that kind of stuff. But by the time I finish that, I'm tired, but I need to, like, start going to the gym or whatever. And I don't have the energy. And, like, I miss my retail days where I was, like, lifting heavy things all day and running around trying to, like, stock shelves and whatever. Because, one, the job was simpler. And two, it kept me fit without having to try.
Yeah, I recently quit my retail job.
And
now it's just a bit of a... Now I've got time to fill.
Yeah. I always, I remember there was one summer where I went back to my hometown where I used to live. This when I was at college. Because I moved away from college, came back. And over the course of the summer, I remembered how much easier it became to lift a crate of milk. Just from, like, passively doing it as I worked. Anyways, I'm so off topic. Wow, it's getting to the end of the broadcast when we reach this point. So, Youth Arc. What brought you to Youth Arc in the first place, if you're happy to share that story? I know you just told me.
I needed to do somewhere for work experience, and I was too young to do work experience at a tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing it at Youth Arc, and I loved it so much.
Yeah. So you're still doing art stuff. Remind me again what you got: the painted clothes and some prints and stuff like that?
Stickers and prints, yeah.
So what made you end up doing those? Have you always had this... Just judging from because I'm so judgy, judging from the kind of tattoo thing that you were looking for, are you like a very art kind of inspired person?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, because of course I'm in college and I'm only doing art subjects this year.
I'm jealous. One thing I regret from my college days is not doing more creative of some kind pursuits. I was going to go to uni and get a degree and change the world, and now I'm just like, I'm on the radio. But yeah, what about art appeals to you?
I'm not fully sure. I know I like doing it. I know at the start when I first was getting into it, it was more of just a way to distract myself from anxiety.
Yeah.
And now it's just become kind of my whole life. Every time that I have a bit of that spare moment where I'm not distracted by reading, it's time to draw.
Right, okay, so you drawing is your main...
Yeah, definitely.
Do you do any other sort of kind of media?
Well,
you've got the clothes painting, apparently.
Yeah, because I started doing that because I got like a mystery box at one point of art supplies and it had fabric paint in it, so I thought, sure, I'll give it a shot, and then I liked it.
Yeah.
And then I kept doing it.
Fair. So I think if I was to do like some sort of like visual type art, it would have to be fashion of some kind, I think.
Yeah, because I've started getting into cosplay.
Right,
this
okay.
year, so
did I see like an anime thing over at your stall? Are you like a anime?
Not really, no.
What kind of cosplay do you do?
Well, this year I did a Cult of the Lamb cosplay.
What is that?
It's a indie game I believe they're Australian, the people who make it, and it's basically you're this little sheep and you run a cult.
That's amazing.
It's a good game.
It feels like the spiritual, but so much more successor to like Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
It's like the dark version of Untitled Goose Game. That's really thrown me off.
Yep.
Let's bring it back to the youth market. Why do you think days like today are important, and like these kind of youth-specific spaces are important?
I think especially with art-focused stuff, it's really difficult when you're younger to get into it, and then as time passes, you still haven't found any connections, and then you don't know how to make those connections.
Yeah.
So having things like the youth market, having the solo exhibitions and group shows, etc., they're all really good for getting those connections in.
Yeah. So it's there's like a social aspect to it, but it's also like the networking aspect, like almost this more professional kind of aspect to it.
Yeah, because it's a way to put yourself out there.
Yeah, that's interesting. This is the first time I've had that answer today. It's been different. I love that. So have you met some really interesting people today thus far?
I have, I met a couple.
Nice. Has your store been busy?
Not really. No.
Not really. Fair. I think a lot of people are coming through and kind of wandering a little bit and just getting... I think that's one of the challenges with like a youth market as well, is a lot of people, especially young people, don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
So they really do like have to pick like what one or two items from what stores can I buy today before I'm broke for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool what you're doing. I reckon we'll finish up this talk break in just a moment, but I think one of my favourite questions I've been asking people has been, what is something you would say you want older people to know about young people right now?
I guess just to let them be themselves, really.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the most important thing is when, like, a lot of the time, older people, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You figured it out by that point, and younger people haven't, so it's about letting them, figure out who they are and who they want to be.
Yeah, kind of this a space to like experiment with expression, I guess.
Yeah, whatever that may be.
Yeah. Do you think your art is kind of representative of that?
Yeah, I think so, because I tend to just do lots of different things and see what sticks.
Yeah, love that. This kind of experimental phase.
Yeah.
Love that. Cool. All right, let young people experiment with things. I think that's a great kind of... I think let everyone experiment with things for that matter, but let young people. Cool. Let's go into a song. Thanks for coming on, by the way. We're going to go into this song anytime, darling. You've Been Around by Jasper Riley. Let's go. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. My name is Corey. My pronouns are he, him. I have two wonderful young women with me now. I've got Hal over here. Hi, Hal. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I could see that you were really chilling, casual on the couch before, and the second I said the microphone's like ready, you got nervous. It's okay. Relax your shoulders. It's all good. And I've got May over there as well.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing, May?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. I'm glad to hear it. So, we are at in the final 15 minutes of our broadcast at the Edge Radio Youth Arc Youth Market broadcast. Wow, you can tell because I am running out of words. So you might be the last interview. Scandalous. Wow. Exciting, scandalous.
Yay.
Why not both?
I feel honoured.
You feel honoured. I'm glad I could provide this for you. So, why are you here? What's happening?
So we're a group called Justice Action, and so we're from year 7 to 12 at St Mary's College, and so we came here today with all the stuff that we had made over the past term to sell them, and all the money would go to Ukraine.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nice. So, maybe pass over to May. What got you kind of involved with the group? Why is it important to you?
Hal kept disappearing every Friday, and I wanted to know where she was.
That's how I would have gotten involved. I went to a school in the middle of nowhere that had no programs.
Yeah.
But that's what would have happened with me. I would have just been like following my friends, being like, where are you going?
I was like, oh, cool, bracelets. I want to make bracelets.
Fair. Is it something you find like kind of soothing and therapeutic, like mindful?
Well, we get together and it's like someone always brings snacks, and we make bracelets, and we talk about stuff, and
nice.
It's a very like, it's teenagers like knitting party, but it's with bracelets. It's like we're like old women gossiping.
I love that. I do a similar thing at my other job where I get a bunch of my volunteers together and we make some stuff up and we're just talking crap the whole time.
Yeah, that's it.
So the Justice Action Group, did I get the name right?
Yes.
Yes. How long has it been around for? Is it like a new thing with the Ukraine-Russia war, or is it...
So, back in 2021, I got an advertisement for what they called a new group, and so I came and joined, and they started this whole thing, and we didn't really get into action until 2022. Where we did an earlier fundraiser for Ukraine, which was one of the things I ran.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do too much until the end of last year where I took over as the president, and so then we started working more and we got a lot more people in.
Yeah.
So it's been around for a bit, but it's become more of a bigger thing this year.
It's like a bigger force now than it was before. That's classic of any sort of grassroots organisation. What do you think you'll move on to... If the Ukraine-Russia war were to end like today, what do you think you would kind of move on to? Would you continue funding Ukraine for a bit, or let's say it wasn't happening? What do you think you'd be working on right now?
So it's not always my decision to what we do. So
Fair.
It's I supervise and give ideas and advice, and I just help and run things. But the whole group sort of says what they want to do. If they have an issue they're passionate about, climate change or homelessness, they say, we want to do this.
Yeah.
And we find as many ways to fundraise as possible. So if the war wasn't happening and someone said they wanted to fundraise for homelessness, we'd do that instead. Gotcha.
So it's a group-led thing. It's not like you calling the shots and people supporting you.
No.
But it's it's a group thing, which we love. I think my question now, correct me if I'm wrong, is St Mary's an all-girls school?
We are.
Yes. Yeah. How, as a social justice group, what are your kind of thoughts on gendered schooling?
Well,
which is a loaded question, I know.
Yeah. Everyone's a lot more empathetic. Like, if you join the Justice Action Group, it's because you really care about something and there's an opportunity to show that.
Yeah.
And so there's people who are really, like, they deeply care about the war and they want to find ways to stop it or help out. And
yeah.
Eventually, I had this idea to take this group to other schools and go to different schools such as Hutchins and Taroona, if they let us, obviously. We can't just barge in and say we're starting something. But if they do, we'll introduce them to the idea, and hopefully Justice Action will become more known around other schools. Yeah, sort of be kind of... a student-led kind of enterprise to like get it around everywhere, which I think is really cool. It's kind of like the grassroots version of like the school strike for climate change is kind of what it reminds me of.
And how's Greta Thunberg? You are.
Yeah.
That's you. You're the president.
Thanks.
When you were the president, everything just kind of went, whoo.
Someone has to Greta Thunberg for us.
Yes.
That's not going to be me. As much as I would love to, I don't have the stamina for it.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
This is really sweet. So, I had a follow-up question. So bringing it back down a bit more to kind of Youth Arc and why we're here today, the youth market. What are your thoughts on the importance of... Actually, no, I'm going to ask you a different question. I've got a better one. I thought of it on the fly. I'm good. As a youth... Oh, no, I've lost it. Oh, no, I've lost it. That's so devastating. What was it?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the end of the day. Can you tell?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back to my original one, which is being at Youth Arc, Youth Market. What is the importance of... I remember my question again now, but we're going to stick with this one.
Us both.
I set the plan. What is the importance of youth-specific spaces?
Well... Youth are the ones that are going to grow up and be the adults in the world in 10 or 20 years.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that's going to be raising the next generation of children.
Yeah.
So it's important that the youth know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I think it's good to, inspire young people, because I know as we get older, we don't really know where we want to go in life. And I think it's good to have spaces where young people can learn what they want to do, what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
So I think places like this is really good to find a passion for arts.
Yeah, exactly. That's what most of the answers have kind of been today, between what the two of you said. Now, the other question I was going to ask is, why do you think young people should be listened to when talking about things like world politics, such as the situation in Ukraine and that kind of stuff?
Well, I think part of it is, not the whole thing, but we have a lot more access to politics speech. Like, anyone can access that. You don't have to be at the rallies. You don't have to... Yeah. Last night I was making the flowers for our stand, and I was listening to a Labour versus Liberal argument, because I can do that, and that means I'm educated about the politics and who's running the country.
I'm a very political person myself in international sort of politics, and I think we should listen to young people, because I know when people say we're the future, then why won't they listen to us? It's sort of that thing where if we're going to be the future, let us try to do that.
Yeah.
It could be literally over anything. It doesn't have to be something political. Maybe it just wants to be, what do you want to do? Just let them have their own opinions and slowly learn.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing to do from such a young age, is to teach that you should have a voice.
Yes. Kind of, I guess, like, the empower young people to do whatever it is they need to do or want to do. I love that. Do I have any more questions? Do you have any kind of parting thoughts you'd like to share?
Well, I've never been in this space before. But
you haven't been here before?
No, but I think it's...
Neither? Okay. Oh, this is good. This is juicy. What do you think?
I think it's really good. I went to the bathroom before and...
Same. I've done that a couple of times.
But, like, the posters on the walls, and you're educating the kids, because, like, even if you don't need those posters or anything, you're learning that that's something that some people need.
Exactly.
Like, just because I'm not in Ukraine fighting against Russia doesn't mean I don't know that
it's happening.
They need help.
Yeah, it's a humanitarian crisis kind of thing. Any other thoughts on that?
I generally love the fact that I'm looking around right now and there are people having so much fun. Like, I can see people just covered with stickers all over their face, and they must just be having the time of their life.
Have you had the chance to wander around yet?
Yes.
We've collectively bought so many crocheted animals.
Fair. What's your favourite thing that you found today? Maybe let's go your favourite thing that you've bought today and your favourite thing that you haven't bought today.
Okay.
Or that was free or whatever, yeah.
I bought a little crocheted... I don't know how to say this. I get made fun of it.
Penguin?
Yeah, you say it.
Penguin.
I called them penguins for the longest time, and now it's stuck in my head, and I don't know how to do it right.
You got yourself a little pingu. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that. So you bought that. What's your kind of... I want to say your least favourite thing you've seen. No.
Juicy.
I know, right? I should ask that. Your favourite thing that you've not bought today? Or that has been like a free experience or something. Either or.
Well, I haven't been really to the science part, but my little brother was
There's
here.
There's a science part?
Like, over there. There's like a microscope, I think.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
My brother, he loved that so much. I like the interactive stuff. Like, even that mural, watching someone actively create art in front of you, that's really cool.
That's Tally doing that mural,
also,
which is fantastic.
There's like crystal necklaces over there that are so cool, but I'm broke.
You spent too much on your pingu crochet.
Yeah. I have to save money for the future or whatever. I don't know.
Fair. Responsible, well done.
But I want the necklace.
That's fair.
I do. I really want it, Hal.
Important skill to be taught to young people is budgeting.
Yeah.
Which I wish I'd learned. Hal, what is your favourite thing you've bought today?
So I bought a crochet bee because my teacher kept talking about how cool they were, so I went and bought one.
For her or just for yourself?
She already bought herself one already, so I'm like, well, I may as well keep it now, because I was going to get it for her because she really liked it, and then she bought herself one like a minute before. So that didn't work in my plan.
Rip.
My thing that I did really like that I didn't get was the sunflower earrings. I don't have my ears pierced, so I couldn't get them, obviously.
I'm excited to go around and look at all the earrings after the OB.
They're so adorable. The little crochet ones just there.
They crochet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. The thing is, I'd get them really dirty straight away, though, knowing me. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if I should get them. If they were, like, made of any material other than like wool
Fabric, yeah.
fabric.
I think there's other ones down there and upstairs.
There's lots of earrings around here, so I'll be having a little hunt. Cool. I think one of the we're about to finish up the entire broadcast, so thank you for being my last interview.
Thanks for having us.
We've got. Let me make sure I got my time right. It is.
Hal, now's the time to inject a little spice.
I don't know what
controversy. Hal,
why am I controversial?
Well, I was about to ask a question that's going to lead nicely into that.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll ask both of you, which is kind of what is something you would like to say to older people about younger people?
Do you want to go first, mate?
Okay.
A loaded question, isn't it?
Listen to us. If you're going to complain about how we behaved, you guys are the ones that raised us.
Yes. Perfect. Love that. Anything else, or you have one and done? Happy with that?
Let people do stuff that's not hurting anyone else.
Yep. Love that.
Doesn't matter if someone's got their hair dyed. It doesn't affect you at all, Brenda.
Poor Brent. You've attacked her.
Wait, no.
There's probably a very lovely Brenda listening.
Yeah.
Brenda's the name of my boss. Don't listen, Brenda. You're a nice Brenda. No.
Well, somebody's getting fired. It's me.
I need the money. I need the necklace.
Fair. That's so valid. Hal, what is your wisdom to older people about young people?
I think from my experience I've worked with a lot of people from different ages.
Yeah.
And I think it's better, instead of us just being, this whole two separate groups, is that we should work together, because I know people are older will have completely different experiences to what I've grown up with. Yeah, of course. They would have obviously didn't grow up with phones like we have.
Yeah.
And so they've had to learn absolutely everything. And so they'll have more knowledge. They'll probably know more stuff in math than I do.
Yeah.
But I might know more stuff that's happening somewhere else, completely other country.
Yeah.
So I think it's better if we work together and we use the knowledge that we have to benefit society.
So kind of to integrate a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's a really nice message to end on, this kind of message, almost like a hopeful message.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of our OP. Thank you for being the survivors.
Oh.
Everyone survived. Did they though?
Did they?
You can't tell over radio.
Maybe I did steal some kneecaps, Sal.
Whoa, okay. We're gonna finish up now.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. All right. Thank you to everyone who's listened to our OB. Thank you, Hal and May, for coming on again, finishing up with me. And we're going to go into a song. Ooh. Would you like to press the button, one of you two? Or you can do it together if you want. Hang on, let me move the mouse for you. There we are. Just got to click. Let's go.